successful with few startups, and we have taken those startups in our incubation, and we are taking care of their international and national issues under the umbrella of Vaidhanik.
Okay. So basically, okay. So basically, how many years you have been into this with the startups?
You're asking me the years?
Yeah, years basically. How many
Okay.
years?
So it's been now from 2017 onwards,
Okay.
and it's still continuing. So I think I can say that I have a experience which is long for 5-6 years, and definitely I'll just add a plus point, that was COVID. So COVID made everything so virtual that people were looking around at the opportunities. They got time, they got some, they were able to take a seat back. They wanted to see where they're lacking. They want to review their projects. So a lot of things during the COVID changed. And we, as a Vaidhanik startup incubator, we got that chance to get into that community altogether, try to understand what is happening with them. We received so many questions when we launched the Vaidhanik, and we also do the Lex Tech Meet. So from there, the audience asked us very questions with regard to how the co-founder agreement should look like. Is it mandatory to sign an NDA? And if there's an NDA, what should be the clauses? So slowly, gradually now, I think the Indian startup community is, because they have spread it globally so much, that they're getting to know the importance of legalities of each and every word, even a disclaimer they are writing on their website. So yes, COVID became a blessing for us. And yes, we are now, I think my experience add on like 5 years ahead due to this COVID time.
Okay. So, okay, Ankita, we'll try. Can we try to make the interview session in both the languages, Hindi and English, if you don't mind? For
Definitely, for sure. Why not?
the points should be more clearer to our audience.
Yeah.
And they'll understand you more.
Definitely.
Cool. So I'm just keen to know your motivation to enter to the crypto world. Basically, what was that? It was a particular person, or it was just a buzz in your mind that crypto is booming, so I should also enter into this and spread my wings in this particular sector, or it's like what?
My journey with crypto is very subtle. It was nothing that fascinated me. Basically, when I was actually, the blockchain industry fascinated me.
Okay.
I wanted to understand the tech side. Everyone knows, there's a saying, you have to evolve with time.
Correct.
And right now, the time is of technical, I say tech revolution. So we are in that phase altogether. The new generation which is coming up, like I have seen kids, playing PlayStations. I've seen kids knowing much more than their parents about the technology, what is happening around, the information. And yes, like startups like Byju's, they have got again, evolution in the education sector, that
Correct.
are reaching to each and every student, and then they are trying to make a difference. They're trying to make a difference on the platform also. Now, when I was in Singapore, I was working with a startup which was in retail industry. So it was such a ease, to see how the technology can give you a platform to promote yourself, plus a different ease way, or you can say a different experience to the end users, to your customers, and it also saves time.
Yes, it does.
So the combination of all those actually made me, learn more about the blockchain. Then I started reading a lot of white papers of different projects. Then I started receiving different white papers from different, part of the world, and even from the technology side, so that I can review them. I can create it, change the language, see whether there's anything which doesn't diffuse with jurisdiction, or call any kind of attraction from any jurisdiction or regulators. So my role was limited, but when I received this, all the opportunities, it gave me a big ground to explore. So yes, during my Singapore time, I also So when people say that you grow your profession, but you really need to grow yourself.
Yeah.
So during that journey of Singapore, I identified myself, what I like, what I wanted to do, where I can take my vision forward. And I figured out I can understand the technology. I can understand the language of the techies. I can understand their ideas and then create that bridge, how to explain it to the public or to the regulators or to the investors. And then I can also help them to how to pitch. So being a lawyer, it gave a small X factor was that, when you are identifying any problem and solving it or saving your client, you have to look from all four corners. And the tech side is also like that. You really need to look from all the four corners. When it comes from the politics, it comes from the economy you are entering into or you want to represent into the market, you can say, then your idea, and the fourth is your business model altogether. So all these four corners was so into me, and I explored myself that I can become an entrepreneur. I can be a woman who can lead. I got those checklists or green signals by other people also. They heard my ideas, they understood my ideas, they implemented those ideas, and yes, those ideas gave result. So that gave me an inner confidence to me also that yes, I can make a difference in the tech side. And with blockchain, yes, cryptocurrency is one of the use cases. Automatically, that fallen in my basket. And now I'm dealing with the clients who are getting into exchange, who are creating wallets, who are holding wallets, who are, because everyone is connected to the cryptocurrency economy altogether.
Yeah.
So this is how the cryptocurrency fallen in my basket.
Okay, for a normal person like me, let's suppose, let it be more clearer in this way. Like, let's suppose I'm an entrepreneur, okay, in a blockchain sector or a cryptocurrency sector, you say, and I come to you for some services. So just explain in a very simple manner so that our audience is more clearer about your work, कि आप किस तरीके से उस चीज में हमारी हेल्प कर सकते हैं.
Okay. So I'll take it very simple. अगर आप एक एंटरप्रेन्योर अपना आइडिया लेके हमारे पास आ रहे हो and you don't have any clue how to represent your idea in the market, तो हम सबसे पहले एक strategy बनाते हैं which involves legal first. The second is the business model, third is the marketing model, and the fourth is your end users model. उसमें क्या होता है, फिर हम उसको फिट इन करते हैं सारे बॉक्सेस में, एंड फिर हम उन्हें गाइड करते हैं कि सी द लीगल विल वर्क लाइक दिस. आपको ये एग्रीमेंट्स बनाने पड़ेंगे, इंटरनल एग्रीमेंट्स अलग बनते हैं, एक्सटर्नल एग्रीमेंट्स अलग बनते हैं. यू हैव टू अट्रैक्ट people from different positions. You have to get advisors on board. You have to showcase your idea in form of testing product in the market. Then उसके बाद जब हम business model उनके साथ करते हैं, तो we have to understand how they're going to play with the economy.
Okay.
For example, अगर कोई startup आ रहा है blockchain industry से, if they are into tokens, they're generating different forms of tokens. Utility tokens हो गया, reward tokens हो गया, security tokens हो गया. Then you have governance tokens nowadays, एक new form of tokens आ गया है. So उनकी implications क्या होंगे उनके model पे, उनके end users पे, और उन tokens पे regulators कैसे react करेंगे.
Okay.
Now उसमें regulators हम कैसे attract करते हैं? If you come with a model to me, Ankita, this is my, for example, real estate model. You are converting the assets of real estate into token assets. Okay. Right? Or tokenization or token economy. Different words used differently and different positions. So हम क्या करते हैं, सबसे बेस्ट jurisdiction आपके लिए निकालते हैं जहां पे वर्किंग मॉडल्स ऑलरेडी है या कुछ वर्किंग मॉडल्स अभी है लेकिन टेस्ट हो रहे हैं. देन वी ऑल्सो लुक कि कोई मॉडल रेगुलेटरी सैंडबॉक्स में आ सकता है ताकि जो ईजमेंट फ्रॉम द रेगुलेटर साइड हो जाए उनको. फिर हम ये देखते हैं कि उनके बजट के अकॉर्डिंग इनकॉर्पोरेशन कहाँ अच्छा है. अगर इनकॉर्पोरेशन अच्छा है तो क्या क्या चीजें उनको करने पड़ेगी, हाउ देयर केवाईसी इज गोइंग टू वर्क, कैसे उनका एएमएल इज गोइंग टू वर्क व्हेन वी अट्रैक्ट द क्रिप्टो करेंसी स्पेसिफिकली. फिर उसके बाद उनके मॉडल के जो एंड यूजर्स हैं उनके लिए कितनी वायबिलिटी है दैट दे कैन एंटर. फिर वो जुरिसडिक्शन उन एंड यूजर्स को परमिट करती है या नहीं टू गेट इनटू इट. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ एस्पेक्ट्स. सो हमारी ये जब भी हम बैठते हैं, हमारी टीम बैठती है, वी सी फ्रॉम ऑल द एस्पेक्ट्स. हाँ, बीइंग फ्रॉम द लीगल टेक इंक्यूबेटर, हम उनके ड्राफ्टिंग्स का ध्यान रखते हैं, हम उनके जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स, थर्ड पार्टी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स आते हैं, उनको ड्यू डिलिजेंस करते हैं, उसको रिव्यू करते हैं. फिर जो भी इनके डिस्क्लेमर्स, टर्म्स ऑफ कंडीशंस, प्रिवेसी पॉलिसीज, देन आपका जितने भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स इंटरनली एक्सटर्नली होते हैं, एंड द specialization of our incubation is like a lot of people have asked me this question when they came to me, that what makes you different from other law firms, or what your services makes difference to like other law firms. The only difference is that we create every documentation as per to your idea. अब ये कोई कॉमन ड्राफ्टिंग नहीं है. अब आप दे सुन रहे होंगे आजकल बहुत लोग स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स की बात करते हैं.
यस यस यस.
राइट. सब अगर आप टेक साइड को पूछोगे उसको पता है स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट क्या है, लेकिन आप किसी लीगल फेटर्निटी से किसी से पूछोगे कि क्या है ये, उनको समझ में नहीं आएगा.
It's not
या
not
फिर
in circulation.
एग्जैक्टली अगर मुझे कोई केस ऐसा सेट का या फ्रॉड का जो क्रिप्टो करेंसीज पे चलता रहता है, राइट, अगर कोई ऐसा कोई मैटर आ गया, तो हम जुडिशरी को क्या समझाएंगे स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैसे वर्क करता है. तो व्हाट वी डू, वी स्पेशलाइज इनटू इट. हम एक स्टैंडर्ड एज पर टू द जुरिस्डिक्शन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ड्राफ्ट करते हैं. मैं उस लैंग्वेज को समझती हूँ जो कि टेक्स्ट साइड से आती है, बिकॉज व्हाट हैपेंस, आप एक लाइन उनको देते हो, वो एक वर्ड में उसको स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में डालते हैं. स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट और जो नॉर्मल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है उससे सिर्फ इतना डिफरेंस है कि आपको जब आप नॉर्मली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं तो हम अगर मेरे और आपके बीच में कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट हुआ है, तो हमें हर बार वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट खोल के बताना पड़ता है, भाई तुमने ये काम नहीं किया, या ये पेंडिंग था, तुम्हारी पार्ट परफॉर्मेंस नहीं हुई है, तो हम ये रिलीज नहीं करेंगे. लेकिन स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का ये ब्यूटिफिकेशन है, यू डोंट नीड टू waste time on all this negotiations and what is happening.
Yeah, the contract doesn't get execute if the both parties are not doing their work. It
exactly
execute basically.
Exactly. So that beautification एक contract को एक different edge पे लेके जाता है. But when we talk about this contract on the traditional platforms, जो हमारा traditional law कहते हैं, जैसे इंडिया में contract law, बाहर सिविल में कुछ और, कॉमन लॉ में कुछ और, जिस भी फॉर्म का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट या एग्रीमेंट हम बात करते हैं, दैट वर्क्स एज पर द पेपर, द पार्ट परफॉर्मेंस, व्हाट हैपेंड इन बिटवीन, व्हाट नॉट हैपेंड, where was the payment problem came, where the consignment problems came. So that is the another way of discussing, and that takes a lot of time, because पहले आप mediation करोगे, फिर arbitration में जाओगे, फिर etc, right? There will be internal conflicts, external conflicts. But smart contract आपने नहीं किया, terminated, over, nothing beyond that. So जब स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी ड्राफ्ट करते हैं, हम सोच समझ के करते हैं कि कितना टाइम रखना है, कितना टाइम देना है, कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स इफेक्ट कर सकते हैं फॉर रीचिंग टू दैट कंसाइनमेंट. अगर वो नहीं हो रहा है तो कैसे करेंगे. सो it is actually the legal tech है, that's the language of tech which is molded into legality.
Yeah.
So this is what we try to do. So that's why I said Angina Legal and Tech Solution and Vaidhanik both understands the technology of the person, the idea of the person, appreciate it. And that's why our tagline is, if you check Angina Legal and Tech Solutions, the tagline is marked for prominence. And if you check Vaidhanik, the tagline is your vision, our support. So both, yes, we make you prominent in the market, your vision, and we try to put 100% of our support to it, so that that idea doesn't vanishes from the market. अब मैं आपको एक इंसिडेंट बताती हूँ. बहुत सारे हमारे पास व्हाइट पेपर्स आते हैं बच्चों के, एट ईच ग्रुप ऑफ 18 to 25. उनको एक चीज समझ में आती है कि ये प्रॉब्लम है, हमें ऐसे ऐसे सॉल्व करना है, लेकिन उनमें बाकी सारी चीजें नहीं. तो वहां पे हम बोलते हैं देयर इज अ लैक ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. दे नो देयर टेक्नोलॉजी वेरी वेल, शायद मैं उतनी अच्छी तरह से नहीं जान पाऊंगी, या एडवाइजर्स ऑन जो बोर्ड जिनका 25 years या 30 years एक्सपीरियंस इन वन पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर है, शायद वो भी नहीं समझ पाएंगे, क्योंकि उनके पास क्रिएशन है, उनके पास एक जील ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी है, नेक्स्ट लेवल क्रिएटिविटी है, राइट. उसको समझने में हम लोगों को टाइम लगता है. लेकिन ये जो बच्चे हैं, इनका एक पॉइंट है, ये जो एज ग्रुप है इस लेवल का, एक्साइटमेंट बहुत ज्यादा है टू प्रूव समथिंग, बट एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं है, प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है जहां वो सीख सके कि वो कैसे करना है. सो दिस ऑल्सो इफेक्ट नेगेटिवली on their growth, their mind. Competitive market hai, market se out ho jate hain. There are a lot of factors which adds to it. So that's why we got this platform for people to understand कि आप थोड़ा हॉट लेकर अपना पहले प्रोजेक्ट समझो, कितना कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज है, कितना सिंपल है, क्या रिस्क फैक्टर्स हैं, उसके बाद come to the market with full force, not initially with a raw idea. So that is the thing, and we start protecting the idea from the first page itself. अब बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं जो white papers भेजते हैं या PPTs भेजते हैं, and I always think they don't put a confidentiality clause. एक बहुत नॉर्मल सी चीज है लेकिन बहुत बड़ी है, आपका पूरा का पूरा आइडिया सेव कर सकता है. So we try to even educate them why it is important, why you should do it, and from now onwards, since you have come to in our touch, aaj se make a point that you will put this clause everywhere where you, right? Then again IP rights का issues आता है, so we make them understand कि एक IP rights जो आपके पास होते हैं वो आपके exit के टाइम पे कितना बेनिफिटेड होता है. कुछ लोगों को पता ही नहीं कि कॉपीराइट करना है. अच्छा, कुछ लोगों को ये नहीं पता कि जरूरी भी है या नहीं है, right?
Yeah, the lack of awareness is very much, apart from the education part, like you just said, that you educate them also.
Yes.
Correct. So that part is, I guess, missing.
Correct.
And they are not, they are not getting self-educated. They are not researching.
Correct.
Even if I talk about the investors, the early investors in the market, they are not researching. They are just, going with the, like we say a word in this crypto sector, FOMO. It's much in the circulation nowadays also, that they just follow the FOMO or the FUDs, and they just invest, blindly. So I guess this point is a very, very good point. If you educate them, that's really good, that's really good. And
Yeah.
I totally hats off to you for all these, for grasping all these, technical vocabulary, apart from being a lawyer, because this is too much of a knowledge to consume in 1 hour of a session for me also. तो मैं सोचता हूँ हमारे व्यूअर्स थोड़ा बहुत तो समझ जाए तो शायद बेहतर रहेगा उनके लिए, because
Indeed.
yeah,
Indeed.
because you are explaining in a very nicer way, very nicer way.
Thank you.
And we are, we are having some questions also continuously.
Okay.
So we'll ask that in the end of the session. But first
Sure,
of all, our questions. So, okay, we are celebrating Women's. Cool. On the 8th of March, we'll celebrate Women's Day. And in advance, I'll wish you Happy Women's Day.
Thank you so much.
But the question is, what do you think? How much importance? How much important is this date? Why should we celebrate?
I'll just answer this in a simple word. How important for every individual is to get recognized for what they're doing.
Wow.
It's not a woman, it's not a man, it's not a kid, it's not a child. It's every individual who needs recognition.
Correct.
And recognition is not for, to tell them what is right, what is wrong, but to give them a wings, whatever you're doing, just explore more. And I do believe that someday or in a year or one day in a year, we should celebrate everything. जैसे हम Children's Day celebrate करते हैं, Men's Day भी है, right? We have Women's Day. तो उसमें वो जो उनकी जर्नीज होती है वो हम लोगों को बता सके. उन जर्नीज में से एक साल के अंदर कितने लोगों ने उसको अपनी लाइफ में इंकलकेट करके चेंज बनाया है, उनको हम सामने ला सके. सिर्फ ये शोकेस नहीं करना जरूरी है कि क्या आप कर रहे हो, लेकिन वो भी शोकेस करना, अप्रिशिएट करना जरूरी है कि अगर आपके एक एफर्ट ने किसी की लाइफ चेंज की है, सो दैट इज योर अचीवमेंट. So I'm not saying every achievement should be awarded, but the achievements are never, hungry for awards. Achievement is only hungry for recognition.
And I guess appreciation doesn't seek gender.
Correct.
You appreciate each and every person who is making a mark. Correct.
And who the people who think about their community along with themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the people who leave themselves behind and serve for community, or the people who will not serve to the community but take them forward. No, the people who are leaders, who take each and every segment of society or the community all together and walk that path. So, for example, if you ask me, I have few role models, and one of the role model is Mr. Ratan Tata.
Oh.
the way he is leading the community, and he has led his own life when
Yeah.
it comes to personal and professional. The challenges he faced, the challenges of his own, employees gave him a challenge when he was releasing some projects and everything. A lot of people backed out from it, but still he had a vision and he did it. So that inspires a lot when a person like him takes the entire community all together with all the negativity and positivity. So I think that is to be celebrated.
Yes,
So it could,
I totally agree with this. Basically, people who work for the larger good, I guess, for the larger good, I guess. This is the category of the people who should be the leaders.
correct. That's true.
Okay, Ankita, being a woman, have you been told before, like in your previous journey, like that finance and women is incomparable, like these, or the phrases like these, which just secludes women from the majority.
Yes, every day, every moment, I suppose. So a lot of people talk about, feminist and feminism is all about that we females are screaming that we are not getting what the male side is getting. But this is the reality, like whichever world we are in, आप चाहे इंडिया कह लो, अमेरिका कह लो, जो सबसे एडवांस भी है, रशिया कह लो, कोरिया कह लो, जापान कह लो, right? Every sector is being dominated by the males. And there's a reason behind it, because they got that opportunity to go out and explore and make a mark out in the world. The females were busy out and, making their families grow, making people grow who will make their name in the society and serve the society. So there was a differentiation. But now when females are coming out, they're understanding what individually they want.
Hmm.
That is creating a difference. So a lot of time, like when I started my firm, there were very few people who supported my idea and said, Ankita, yes, you should go out. I think it was my brother who supported me every time. Ankita, you can do it. I know you have that capability. Being a man, I cannot do that, what you can carry forward. Right? You have that vision of, having, holding that power and, delivering the things to the people. But he cannot. So अब मुझसे पूछा जाए तो मेरे पीछे एक मेल ही है जो मुझे सपोर्ट कर रहा है, which is my brother.
And
Right?
thumbs up to your vision and your brother.
Yes, thank you. And that comes from my mother
Okay,
because yes,
to her
she's the root
also.
for everything.
And happy
So,
Women's Day to her also.
so my brother never let me down. There was up and downs. People were commenting on a lot of things. People were saying you cannot handle a female will not be appreciated to be in the race of males. So there were a lot of comments. And the most funniest comment I ever heard was when I said I want to open an incubator. मैं startup world के लिए कुछ करना चाहती हूँ. तो किसी महापुरुष ने मुझसे ये बोला, which phone you use? I said I use Apple. तो बोलते हैं इसमें Apple का configuration समझ में आता है? सिर्फ सेल्फी के अलावा कुछ और करना आता है कि why you're using this phone? I'm like, I said I can bet upon it. तुमने privacy policy तक नहीं पढ़ी होगी, app configuration नहीं पढ़ा होगा, वो मुझे आता है जो तुम्हें नहीं आता. So, when it comes to technology, finance, or when it comes to power, being a female, we are judged on a lot of parameters.
Yeah.
So, ये बहुत funny incident था, and you will not believe
It is actually.
every girl who comes on our platform as a student to learn, because we have internship programs also, trainee programs also. I always tell them, you might hear this stupid thing, but don't get affected. Just laugh out of it and just prove it what you're doing in the world. That's it.
That's it.
And yes, if you talk about finance, then the best example is what women are doing in cryptocurrency industry right now. 45% of investment is of a fee.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a huge chunk.
I guess I need to update my data.
Yeah, you really need to. Then सबसे बड़ी बात, एक और चीज बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग स्टडीज तो डिफरेंट एक्सचेंज प्लेटफॉर्म्स ने की थी कि during this COVID times, female after yes, the growth was in between 2018 till now. जो growth हम देख रहे हैं, उनमें उनकी इंटेलिजेंस भी टेस्ट की गई थी कि किस क्रिप्टो पे वो सबसे ज्यादा डाल रहे थे. तो एक रिपोर्ट निकली है जिसमें ये बोला गया है कि ड्यूरिंग द कोविड टाइम्स फीमेल बिटकॉइंस में डाल रही थी और मेल शिबा पे डाल देते हैं, and they were the people who earn more, and they were the males were the people who just were taking losses from the market. एक ट्रेंड देखना, like my mom also, she is an engineer, electrical engineer by profession. So when my mom sits and evaluate the share market, it fascinates me a lot. Like after retirement, she wants to know more about it. She talks about cryptocurrencies. She shares articles with me. She reads a lot along with me. She wants to know what my daughter is doing. So that is forcing her to also learn. So अब आप देखो वो जो ट्रेडिशनल के जाके एक ज्वेलरी बना लो, whenever we have some money, हम क्या करते हैं, जाके कुछ ज्वेलरी बना ली, कुछ सॉलिड बना लिया कि हम बच्चों के लिए रखेंगे, हम अपने लिए रखेंगे, हमारी एक तरह से हमारा फिक्स डिपॉजिट है. गोल्ड इज लाइक अ फिक्स डिपॉजिट फॉर एवरी फीमेल, राइट? अब वो उससे हटकर एंटरिंग इनटू द वर्चुअल साइड, एंड दे आर लीडिंग राइट नाउ. So that is the beautification, that how females are understanding their own finances, their investments, their challenges, and they're accepting the loss and profit both. Because accepting the losses and profits is a matter of patience. So it is so beautiful to see how females are coming up, and they're giving a tough competition to the male dominating society altogether.
Even if I say, women's are, more technically sound these days in comparison to males. Yes.
See, when I formed Angina, the motto behind forming Angina was to appreciate the skill.
Yes.
In our firm, it's not matters आप कौन से law school से हो, या आप किस background से हो, या आप किस gender से हो, या आप my firm is also open for transgenders to come and learn.
Wow.
So my firm is open for those people also, that those who have gone something bad memory or incident in their lives, and they wanted to study more, they wanted to learn more. We try to reach out to those people, and I'm not saying we are successful. We are trying, and we have started, and we are slowly, gradually getting into it. So जब एक इंडिविजुअल को समझ में आता है कि उसको क्या चेंज लेकर आना है सोसाइटी में, ऑटोमेटिकली रेवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट होता है. एंड ये रेवोल्यूशन में देख रही हूँ लोगों में. तो मेरी फर्म जो है, दैट इज स्किल बेस्ड. इट्स नॉट बेस्ड कि आप कितना परसेंटेज लेकर आए हो, कौन से मास्टर्स की है, कौन सा कॉलेज है, आपके पेरेंट्स क्या करते हैं. नो. सो पॉइंट यहाँ आ जाता है, व्हेन यू स्टार्ट अप्रिशिएटिंग द स्किल, देयर इज नो जेंडर. A female can also code. A 8-year-old kid is they're coding, right? अगर हम देखा जाए तो उनको कोडिंग तो कुछ समझ नहीं आनी चाहिए. No experience, nothing. If we evaluate the skills like that, right? But ऐसा नहीं है. That's why I love technology a lot, because it has opened so many gates.
So many
barriers निकाल दिए, वो red flags निकाल दिए हैं, वो thinking change कर दी है society. So that's why I tell it's a tech revolution. And it's giving a revolutionary sense to individuals also. And it is, I think I'll take this moment of proud to see the females, getting into this platform and breaking all the records, and proving themselves what they are and what they are capable of. So agar aap mujhe bologe, to I'll not say ke skill should be judged on anything. Skill is a skill. The art is a art. The painting is the painting. Who makes it doesn't matter. What that painting express is what matters a lot.
And getting a sense of what you want to do in life in a very early stage is like very crucial to every individual, I guess. And I see that in you, I guess.
Thank you. It's we really need to think one step ahead what we want from life.
Yeah.
And when we start doing it, and you will not believe, I am inspired by my team also. There are people who inspire me every day. There are people, with whom I have arguments. There's a conflict of thoughts. We have a lot of different things. There's a element of anger. There's an element of competition. There's an element of proving the point. There's an element of, so it's a mixed emotions when it come all together.
But even I guess for startups, these indifferences in the opinions are very important to keep it thriving, I guess.
Exactly. So that's why I love this side of startups, because every day is challenging. Every mind is thinking differently. But yes, the baseline is same, but how to take it to a next level is different. How
Correct.
they want to achieve things is different. Uh, whom they are getting inspired, whom they're following is also very different. So yes, but the underlying thing is how many conflicts you have, how many ideas you have, but your core should be strong.
Correct.
Whatever happens, your core should be strong. That's why I tell your core team is very important when it comes to startup industry.
It is the backbone of the company.
Exactly. Exactly.
So on this note, we are already talking about inspiration and all. Three women's which have inspired you.
Okay. So my first inspiration is my mom.
Cool.
That, without any change.
Great.
My
The first you
mom,
can say.
she
Cool.
she has made a lot of decisions in my life. She has made my life. She has given बोलते हैं ढांचा दिया है, समझ दी है,
Correct.
वो कैपेबिलिटी दी है कि मैं कुछ सोसाइटी को वापस कर सकूं. So that's first is my mom, and nobody stands there. The three females, now I categorize the three females. I've been, lately or recently, I'm been following a lot of people. When I was in college, my first year of college, we were supposed to, write a report or an autobiography, whichever you choose, your choice. And that was my first read of Benazir Bhutto.
Okay.
So the way that beautifully and so elitely and challenging that female has, she has led her life, her political career, her family, and then being surrounded with all the people who are treating her or making plans or whatever was required in that moment. How gracefully she fought, she kept her voice, she made a difference. That is remarkable. And somehow, whenever I read that book, or still I read that book or talk about that book, I still get those goosebumps that, kuch to hai. So that's the first one. The second one is the famous actress Priyanka Chopra.
Okay.
One side, I know, yes, her acting, her skills, definitely, a lot of people are her fan. But what inspires me is her journey, like, coming from a army background and achieving a title and then coming into film industry. Then she explored the outer world, which is the Hollywood. And again, she was bullied. She was, the differentiation on her color, skin tone was there.
Yeah.
She was facing altogether a very different world. Then yes, ongoing comments on her personal life, and after all that, what she is right now, she is a self-made woman.
Yes, she is.
So that inspires me a lot. And the third one would be Lakshminarayan.
Okay.
So the first transgender who opened up the voice, the person who came up and told that we are also humans. So she, I actually follow her, and it's all about the journey. So for me, a person who has a journey, a story to tell, and they're making a difference in the community altogether, I
Yeah.
think that each and every individual inspires me a lot.
Cool. Nice to hear that. Well, a piece of advice from your side to young women investors in crypto industry, basically, and your personal favorite crypto coin.
Okay, personal favorite crypto coin. If I see right now,
Okay, okay. Just a
Bitcoin is
disclaimer before you announce your crypto coin. This is not a financial advice, viewers. This
yeah,
is
exactly.
Ankita's personal views, and you don't need to just rush out and buy something. So this is not a financial advice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please
go
don't
on.
consider me as a Elon Musk
Yeah,
right now.
yeah, yeah.
So so if I see the growth right now and stability, I'll go with the Bitcoin because it has increased from 33 lakhs to 37 now. So for my today's favorite is Bitcoin. I'm not saying my favorite. The piece of advice when you are investing into cryptocurrency and blockchain industry, or you are getting into blockchain industry, and first for the cryptocurrency, people should understand that there's some share market. अगर आज मुझे रिलायंस के शेयर्स खरीदने हैं तो मैं उनका पूरा का पूरा प्रोस्पेक्टस उठा के पढ़ूंगी, ठीक है, कैसे करेंगे, 10 years का क्या विजन है। उसी तरह से सिमिलरली यू हैव टू वर्क फॉर क्रिप्टो करेंसीज। आप उनके वाइट पेपर्स उठाइए, आप उनके लेग पेपर्स उठाइए, उनका विजन पढ़िए, उनके इन्वेस्टर्स को देखिए, उनके कोलैबोरेशंस को देखिए, और फिर देखिए कि आप उस क्रिप्टो या उस टोकन में डालना चाहते हैं। तो मेरा बस ये कहने का मतलब है, प्लीज एजुकेट योरसेल्फ व्हेन यू आर पुटिंग योर फाइनेंसेस इनटू। एंड वो एजुकेशन सेम है जैसे आप शेयर मार्केट में करते हैं, इट्स नथिंग डिफरेंट, इट्स ओनली द डिफरेंस ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स, इट्स ओनली द डिफरेंस ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, नथिंग एल्स। तो जब भी आप किसी टोकन में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, प्लीज स्टडी अबाउट इट, एंड देन यू हैव टू बी वेरी पेशेंट, क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है कि कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स थोड़ा लेट पिकअप करते हैं, लेकिन वो पिक करते हैं। कुछ लोगों को टाइम लगता है, क्योंकि उनका वो टाइम उस प्रोजेक्ट के लिए राइट है या नहीं वो भी मैटर करता है। सो यू हैव टू कीप दैट पेशेंस। अगर आप देखो तो हमारे अगर पेरेंट्स ने स्टार्टिंग में अगर रिलायंस में डाला था या टाटा में डाला था, राइट, तो आज की डेट में वो उसके फ्रूट्स खा रहे हैं। तो वो पेशेंस, वो जर्नी पेशेंस रखनी पड़ती है। या फिर हम अपनी म्यूचुअल पॉलिसी खरीदते हैं तो हम उसका एक, पहले तो उनका कूलिंग पीरियड हम करते हैं पार, 3 years तक आप उसको विड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते। आप 5, हम बोलते हैं कि आप 18 साल के बाद निकालोगे तो आपको ये मिलेगा। सिमिलरली दिस मार्केट ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्स पेशेंस। हाँ, इसमें 18 साल या 3 साल या 4 साल वेट नहीं करना है, यू हैव टू वेट फॉर दैट टाइम जब वो पूरा का पूरा मार्केट टुगेदर होके उसको प्रमोट करना शुरू कर, दैट इज योर वेटिंग। और उसमें आप कितना इन्वेस्ट करते हो क्या है, दैट इज अगेन, आई ऑलवेज से इन्वेस्टिंग इज अ स्किल। आपकी स्टडी लगती है, आपका ऑब्जर्वेशन लगती है, आपका खुद का कैलकुलेशन जो हम करते हैं, बिकॉज इवन आई डू द कैलकुलेशन, तो वो करते हैं। फिर उसके बाद कौन सा चीज कितना टाइम, कितना लंबा रहेगा, शॉर्ट टर्म है कि लॉन्ग टर्म है, वो भी मैटर करता है। अगर मैं एनएफटीज को देखूं तो मेरे लिए वो दोनों की तरह है, शॉर्ट टर्म भी है और लॉन्ग टर्म भी है, राइट। सो अभी मैं उसको शॉर्ट टर्म में लेके चल रही हूँ। सो माय इन्वेस्टमेंट्स और एनीबॉडीज इन्वेस्टमेंट्स इन एनएफटी वुड बी लाइक अ शॉर्ट टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट, बट माय इन्वेस्टमेंट इन क्रिप्टो करेंसी इन फॉर्म ऑफ बिटकॉइंस इज इन लॉन्ग टर्म। तो ये चीज अगर लोग समझ जाएंगे तो आई थिंक जो एक्चुअली इसमें कमाना चाहते हैं या उसमें स्पेशलाइज करना चाहते हैं या समझना चाहते हैं, तो उनके लिए ईज हो जाएगा। तो अगेन, एजुकेट योरसेल्फ, read about it, and then plan to invest.
But yeah, Ankita, one question still arises from all this. Like you said, you yourself read white papers, you research the fundamental analysis of the coins,
Correct.
each and every coin before investing into it, anything.
Correct.
But if I talk about any common or layman person जो ये सब नहीं करता है, जिसको सिर्फ इतना पता है कि मेरे पास पैसे हैं, मुझे इन्वेस्ट करने हैं, मुझे कोई अच्छा सा कॉइन बता दो, ये रिसर्च विचर्स मेरे को समझ नहीं आती, ठीक है, तो is there any alternative to all this research or something, or it is the only way to go?
No, this is not the only way to go. तभी मैं बोल रही हूँ, अगर आपने लॉन्ग टर्म प्लेयर हो आप, तो आप सोच समझ के करेंगे। अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म हो, फिर तो आप मार्केट के अकॉर्डिंगली करोगे, जैसे हम शेयर मार्केटिंग में भी करते हैं कि आज ये इसका शेयर बढ़ रहा है, इसमें इन्वेस्ट करो, शाम तक इसको निकाल लो क्योंकि इतना में मल्टीप्लाई कर देना। सिमिलरली जब आप एक्सचेंज को देखते हो, क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंज को देखते हो, आप वहां पे देखते हो कौन सा आज कॉइन बढ़ रहा है, इसकी यू नो व्हाट पीपल आर टॉकिंग। अब फॉर एग्जांपल अगर पूरा ये एक स्टेटमेंट बन चुका है कि एलन मस्क जब भी करेगा, आई एम नॉट so just take it as an educational advice, I just want to make a disclaimer out here. So it's an example, Elon Musk ने जब Dogecoin के लिए किया था, so everyone rushed to do it. Why? Because people believe in him, people trust him, his vision, his calculations, right? Which is not wrong, which is like because people trust his vision, and you know, and he is also experienced person, he has gained that, he has those followers who follow him. So पॉइंट ये है कि आपको इस तरफ ये डिसाइड करना है, अगर आप नहीं भी चाहते आपने शॉर्ट टर्म में खेलना है या आपने लॉन्ग टर्म में खेलना। शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए यस, एवरीडे ट्रेडिंग आप कर सकते हैं। लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए मेरा यही सजेशन होगा कि आप पहले स्टडी कीजिए, अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आता है, टॉक अबाउट इट, लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर देयर, कम्युनिटीज मेड है, आपके आसपास के लोग हैं, आप कुछ टेक साइट से किसी को पिक करके बात कर सकते हैं। अगर तभी आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है, देयर लॉट ऑफ फ्री एजुकेशनल साइट्स आल्सो जो आपको हेल्प कर सकती है। बट इट इज यहाँ एक यहाँ पे अगेन रेड फ्लैग है कि जब भी आप कोर्सेज भी चूज करते हैं या आप किसी वीडियो को सुनते हैं, तो हमेशा ये याद रखिए वो उसका पर्सपेक्टिव है, क्योंकि वो भी अभी सीख रहा है, राइट? सो जस्ट understand the concept and get into it. Rest, yeah, it's a personal choice of everyone, how they want to invest and how they want to go about.
Yeah. Okay. So we have some questions from the viewers.
Okay.
So we'll ask one by one. It's from Amog Tiwari. Legal consulting is the primary need for any entrepreneur these days, especially for those entrepreneurs who are seeking their future startups in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Is it a question or what?
I think that was an answer, like he might be supporting my view. Maybe, yeah.
And one is from Ankit Gupta. How 1% TDS will impact crypto traders in their future investment?
TDS.
TDS, the taxations you heard previously from
Okay. अगर हम बजट का बात करें, 30% लेवी टैक्स कर दिया गया है, which is a statement made.
Yeah.
But yes, a lot of people have put their queries to it, to the government, that there should be some ease to it. Maybe a slab thing could come into existence, or something, the losses can be taken care of, or it should not be carried off, and transfer should not be there in the crypto, gift side should not be. So there are a lot of questions in everyone's head when it comes to budget. TDS, see, 1% TDS is what is being declared right now. TDS is something different. The gas fees is something different.
Yeah.
अगर आप एक्सचेंज पे जा रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल आप कुबेर में जा रहे हैं जिनका कॉइन स्विच है, या कॉइन BCX पे जा रहे हैं, या वजीर एक्स पे जा रहे हैं, या कोई भी इंटरनेशनल, उनका एक टेक्नोलॉजी है जिसपे वो पूरा एक्सचेंज रन करता है, तो उसका जो जब दे इन्वॉल्व इनटू इट, एक गैस फीस जिसको हम कहते हैं, तो देयर इज अ फीस दैट जनरेट्स बिकॉज एवरी टाइम यू मल्टीप्लाई इट, वो तो आपको उनके अकॉर्डिंगली जो वो कर रहे हैं वो तो करना ही करना है, उसको यू कैन नॉट अवॉइड. एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू TDS, इट अगेन वो गवर्नमेंट रिलेटेड है. गवर्नमेंट कोई भी इम्पोजिशंस कर सकती है किसी भी, जैसे no one has any idea why there is 18% GST, but still we are paying 18% GST. So definitely when it becomes the regulator's say, we have to pay it. And वो depend करता है कि वो कंपनी कैसे उसको लेती है. अगर मैं बोलूं,
the person wants to basically ask that what impact this taxations will have on the future investments.
Definitely it will impact. Definitely it will impact. But you have to see the positive side also. अगर वो taxation लेवे कर रहे हैं, it means it's not illegal anymore, or they're not stopping you to invest into it. So एक अगर वो stage clear कर रहे हैं, दूसरा yes, it is a challenging form कि किस तरह से कितना investment करना पड़ेगा. अभी बहुत सारे clarities आनी बाकी है. NFTs के बारे में उन्होंने बात की है. अब अगर मैं लेमैन मैं भी समझूं इस टैक्स को, तो मेरे लिए ये साफ साफ शब्दों में है कि जो इंसान उसे रिसीव करेगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि जब आप क्रिप्टो को INR या किसी और फिएट करेंसी में कन्वर्ट करोगे, जब वो आपके उसमें रिफ्लेक्ट कर जाएगा अकाउंट में, आपको वहीं से टैक्स होगा. अब वो आपका लॉस है, आपका गेन है, दैट इज नॉट. इट्स ओनली 30%. अगर आपने उस प्लेटफॉर्म से आपके वॉलेट से निकल के आपके बैंक अकाउंट में आ गया, तो गवर्नमेंट कैन लिवे 30% ऑन इट.
वो डिडक्ट होगा ही होगा,
वो होगा ही.
लॉस इधर से प्रॉफिट.
तो अभी हमें समझ में आ रहा है. स्टिल देयर आर ग्रे एरियाज टू देयर स्टेटमेंट्स, क्योंकि अभी उन्होंने जो वर्चुअल एसेट का डेफिनेशन दिया है, या जो वो टैक्सेशन में लेकर, क्योंकि NFT के बारे में वो एकदम साइलेंट है. एंड NFT इज द अनदर फॉर्म व्हिच इज इवॉल्विंग. सो हमें ये समझ में आ रहा है कि NFT को लेके वो क्या बोले, राइट? अभी सिर्फ उन्होंने एक ब्रैकेट दे दिया है व्हिच इज 30%. पॉइंट सिर्फ इतना है कि टिल द टाइम दैट क्रिप्टो इज ऑन एक्सचेंज or it is on the blockchain, nobody is going to know what is the value. The moment you give a value to that asset by withdrawing it and getting into your wallet, वो आपके लिए बन जाता है. वहां से आपके taxations, deductions and observation शुरू हो जाए.
Okay, so I guess एक question और है and will be good for them. Okay, it's again Jeevan Kumar. Okay, is cryptocurrency the way forward now? Apart from the fiat currencies we have used for so many years, so the person wants to ask, is cryptocurrency the way forward now? Shall we see it like the future?
Yes, it is the future, and we are seeing it. We're witnessing it, right? We are live witnessing it. इसका सिर्फ एक सिंपल सा जवाब दूंगी मैं। पहले मतलब इफ यू सी द हिस्ट्री, पहले बाटर सिस्टम था, फिर क्रेडिट डेबिट वाला सिस्टम आया अमंग द कम्युनिटीज, उसको हम
Yeah.
पीयर टू पीयर रिलेशन कहते हैं आज की डेट पे। अगर पहले समझना होता तो शायद वो पीयर टू पीयर समझ में नहीं आता,
Yeah.
राइट। तो वो बाटर समझ में आता, तो मुझे ये दे मैं तुझे ये देता हूँ, सॉर्ट, मतलब यहीं पे खत्म करते हैं, राइट। फिर आया लोन क्रेडिट, वो सारे वो जमींदार वगैरह आए, उन्होंने आपको क्रेडिट पे देना शुरू कर दिया, आप उसको चुकाते हो, ईएमआई में लेते हो, पूरा आपका लोन सिस्टम एक्सप्लेन हुआ हिस्ट्री से, जिस पे आज के टाइम पे बैंकिंग सिस्टम चल रही है। कोविड ने यूपीआई को एक नया फेस दे दिया, ओपन बैंकिंग सिस्टम जिसे हम कहते हैं। यूपीआई बिकेम सच ईज फॉर पीपल। आप यहाँ से बैठे बैठे कुछ भी ऑर्डर करके कहीं से भी ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म खोल दिया है, की बात, ठीक है, स्कैनर्स खोल दिए। सो एवरी टाइम वी आर सीइंग अ डिफरेंट चेंज, एंड वो चेंज इसलिए आ रहा है एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट एंड सर्कमस्टांसेस। अब एक अगर आप देखें अफगानिस्तान में, एवरीवन नोज व्हाट हैपेंड, people were forced to leave their place, the place where they have lived. The people who have invested in their cryptos, they were easy to shift their finances, right? वो जिस भी लैंड पे गए वहां पे उन्होंने अपने फाइनेंसेस को होल्ड किया, so that became a savior for them. So ऐसे इंसिडेंट से one thing is very clear, that virtual currency is your locker. It can move with you, along with you, wherever you go. So I think that is the another way of seeing currency altogether. And you are carrying your wallets and lockers along with you. Tushar, your mic is off. I can't hear.
Yeah, I was saying in my personal perspective also, it is the future ahead, the cryptocurrency. We are going
Yes.
forward with the cryptocurrencies, I guess.
If today's cryptocurrency, maybe there's something different which is coming up. We
Yeah.
don't know. So some beautiful mind can create something different, and we will accept it.
Yeah, maybe
like NFT. Yeah, any beautiful mind for that.
Correct. So I guess, Ankita, we are good for now. And thank you so much for attending the session and answering the questions beautifully. And for our viewers, you accepted to speak in both of the languages. अब मुझे लगता है कि वो काफी सारे पॉइंट्स को लेके क्लियर होंगे, लीगैलिटीज को लेके और टेक्निकलिटीज को लेकर भी. And it was a really nice session and was really glad to have you on this.
Thank you, Tushar.
In advance, a happy Women's Day to you and your mother, and a thumbs up to your brother for supporting you all those.
Thank you, Tushar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ankita. Thank you.
Thank you.